You might just hear faint echoes in this massive refectory. The knocking of a spoon on a table, bread being cut, the drinking of soup. But beyond these sounds, there is nothing but silence. The monks in this room exchanged gestures to communicate anything that was essential. According to Benedictine rules, the bishop presided over meals where not a word was spoken. In the southwest section, a great deal of noise can be heard. The meal is taken from the kitchen to the service before being presented to the monks. Today they eat with a healthy appetite, as tomorrow is a fast, and their food will be shared amongst the poor, who will eat in the almonry 2 floors down, where it will be transported in an ingeniously designed lift. Suddenly, the silence is broken by the sound of a voice. A monk is reading from a pulpit in the southeast corner of the room. He reads with great diligence from a passage that has been chosen with great care. Meal times are dedicated to the fortification of the body, but also of the mind. This large chamber, a masterpiece of simplicity and grandeur, is bathed in a soft light that enters through the windows. To hear more information about the architecture of the refectory, please press the yellow button. The refectory, which was completed in about 1217, is without doubt one of the greatest achievements of medieval architecture. Its massive dimensions, plasterwork, and skillfully designed partitioning make it a masterpiece of simplicity and grandeur. However, this seeming simplicity hides an elaborately conceived technical concept. As, in common with the cloister, it was being built on top of the building, which already had 2 floors, the structure was kept as light as possible. The use of wood in the vault allowed the ceiling to be covered in very elegant paneling, which weighs nothing in comparison with the load of stone arches. This allowed an impressive number of bay windows, and you discover them as you cross the room. From the entrance, one can suspect nothing of their shape and arrangement. These bay windows, one next to the other, number 57 in total. They cover the north and south walls and are tall and narrow. The thickness of the wall is softened by the addition of decorative arches, which are both continual and interrupted. What we see in reality is a series of slender columns topped with capitals decorated with a circular design. Decorated with pointed leaves and finished with a circular design, they are characteristic of Norman sculpture of the 1220s. The tiling of the floor that was carried out in 1965 reminds us that it was originally covered with tiles that were painted in earthy colors. The last remnants of the colored decor disappeared in the 17th century, when the Benedictines of Saint-Maur created their cells in here, and later when the space was occupied by prisoners. In the southwest section of the refectory, there was an office and the kitchens, which underwent alterations in both the 17th century and during the reinforcement work carried out in the 19th. The lift, which has now disappeared, dated from the 13th century.